Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to Ancestral Healing. Today, we're going to be talking about cholesterol. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to explain why there's a fear around it and also let you know that there's nothing to be scared of. Also, just want to point out tomorrow, Saturday, 10 a.m., I'm doing a live Q&A on YouTube. So, I would love for you guys to join me if you have the time. I'll see you there. We have been told for the last 60 years to lower our cholesterol by eating foods in low saturated fats. So, pretty much avoiding animal foods. We've also been told that saturated fats, aka animal foods, cause heart disease. If you've seen my most recent video, How We Became Sick, a Nutritional Timeline, you will see that that is not the case. I'll drop the video in the description below in case you haven't seen it. But if you watch that video, you'll know that there is no correlation between heart disease and an increase in eating saturated fats. So what does cholesterol do for our body? Do we need it? Absolutely. It is extremely essential. Cholesterol is like a precursor to all of our hormones. It insulates neurons, produces bile, metabolizes fat-soluble vitamins, it builds and maintains cell membranes, it participates in the immune response, and it helps us synthesize vitamin D. Cholesterol is so important that if our body produces less of it, our liver will actually step in and produce to make up for what we are missing. We always hear about this notion of good cholesterol versus bad cholesterol. But if you dig a little bit deeper, you'll see that there really is no such thing as good versus bad cholesterol. There is HDL, which is high density lipoprotein. Definitely butchering that, but it's okay. And there's LDL, low density lipoprotein. So both HDL and LDL are not actually cholesterol themselves. They are actually carriers and transporters of cholesterol, triglycerides. There we go, I got it. Phospholipids, and antioxidants and proteins. It's kind of funny when I'm trying to pronounce all of these words, but basically, LDL carries fresh cholesterol and HDL carries recycled cholesterol to wherever they need to go in the body. So I'm not going to, go too much into it, but the doctors always focus on the number of LDL particles when they want to see if anyone is at risk for heart disease. So they focus on the number of LDL particles. But this number is actually useless if we don't know the size of the particles. And in order to know the size, you need to ask your doctor for a lipid fraction test or a lipid particle profile. It's a bit crazy to me that we have a lot of doctors out there, a lot of medical professionals who do not know how to properly interpret or read or assess someone's cholesterol. And it's a lot of misinformation out there, because we trust our doctors. They should know better. I'm not going to get too into the science with you guys, but just know that we need to eat foods that are rich in cholesterol. Foods rich in cholesterol protect our heart and our brains, and avoiding them could be detrimental to our health. My 80-year-old grandma has early onset Alzheimer's and dementia, and her diet has not been so good within the last few years. I often find myself thinking, if grandma had been eating like her great-grandmother or her great-great-grandmother during this entire time, would she find herself in the same situation that she is today? Slowly forgetting who we are, losing touch with reality. A part of me really thinks that she would be in a way better situation in terms of her health if she would be eating real food, foods rich in cholesterol, foods that feed her brain. They actually say that Alzheimer's is diabetes of the brain. And I can see that. I can see it in my grandmother. And unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do about her at this point. But that's why I'm here to share this message with you guys. If you're watching, if you're young, if you're old, and if this video inspires you and you want to be better, please eat foods rich in cholesterol. Your brain will thank you. For brain health, we need vitamin A. And the active form of vitamin A is only found in the saturated fats of animal foods. Vitamin A can be found in cod liver oil, liver. Many psychiatric disorders are linked with a deficiency in vitamin A. Vitamin D is also extremely essential for a happy brain. We need vitamin D as babies for brain development. Vitamin D is good because it protects our brain from neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The best source of vitamin D is the sun, and it's free. And the only bioavailable source of vitamin D that you can get from food is from animal foods. You can get vitamin D from egg yolks, butter, liver, fish eggs, cod liver oil, all great natural sources of vitamin D and bioavailable, so your body will absorb all of the vitamin D. And last but not least, vitamin K2, which also comes from foods that are high in cholesterol, animal-based foods. It's found in butter, organs, and animal fat. And this vitamin K2 is actually the vitamin that Weston A. Price discovered was present in almost all of the tribes that he visited in the early 1900s. He visited tribes to study their diets because they were so healthy, and all of these tribes consumed diets high not only in vitamin K2 but high in saturated fats. Foods high in cholesterol are beneficial to our health and have no direct impact on blood sugar levels. Our bodies know exactly what to do if we just let them and stop intervening. When our dietary cholesterol is low, our body will naturally produce more. When our dietary cholesterol is high, our body will naturally produce less. So my message to all of you guys is do not fear cholesterol. I hope that I encapsulated in this video a good enough description for you guys as to why cholesterol is necessary. I want you to understand that when you go to your doctor and when they're looking at your cholesterol levels, they may not be reading it right. So I would suggest looking for a functional nutritionist who actually knows how to read the panels, knows how to interpret it. It's way beyond me. It's not something that I can do, but I know that what doctors are doing nowadays, of course, not all medical professionals, but the majority are just looking at the wrong thing. It's a way, way bigger, more complex picture. Do not fear cholesterol. Eat those saturated fats, you guys. You will thank me later. You will feel so good and your health will improve. I guarantee it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, join me on the live tomorrow at 10 a.m. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. Enjoy these other two videos on the screen and have a great day.